Hey everyone, Andang here, taking a look at the new filter panel coming with update 21.2. And this new filter panel allows you to filter out loot, it allows you to filter out quests, and also allows you to filter out sounds. And once I heard that sounds can be filtered out, the first thing I thought of doing was coming to this NPC here. They're part of the repeatables that you need to do to get Enphalos scrolls in Minas Tirith, if that's the way you want to go about getting them. And so, if I right-click on this NPC, normally he'd say, "Is this your first time in Minas Tirith?" Or "I hope the Rohirrim come in time," or something like that. And he says all of these so much, and so when I'm going real quick through all these quests, just, accepting them as quick as I can, he'll normally be saying a bunch of stuff. But he's not this time, because I've filtered out all this audio, and so I don't have to hear him, or any other NPC in Minas Tirith for that matter, talk about, "Oh, is this your first time in Minas Tirith?" Now, an annoying part about this, though, is that each NPC actually says a lot more than you would think at first. These 8 lines are all just from this one NPC, these 8 audio files, and so it's kind of crazy that if you have a bunch of NPCs that you don't like, that you'd have to go around having to record, all the sounds that are going on, and then find the sound, because once you get a bunch going on, like me moving around for example, you'll notice that just me moving around, it interacts with all the stones and all the foot presses, and so it can create a really, really long list in not a lot of time. And it can be kind of hard sometimes to find like the correct audio when you talk to a guy to see it within this whole list of, sounds. That's the only downside. I have no idea how they would get past that. It's just, it's cool that they can, allow you to filter out stuff. You can even filter it out across your whole account, and so, every character you ever have on any server, apparently, will get this filtered out, which is pretty cool. So, lots of options, or you can filter out for just one character. Different kind of funny joke things, or roleplay things that you could do with this. You could be on an elf character, go around and record like all the elf dialogue, and then move it over into filtered account, and then go on your dwarf and never have to hear another elf speak in the game. I'm not sure if you can actually like filter out that many things, because I've seen some people say that there are limits on how many things you can filter out. But I think that would be hilarious if someone just role-played around as a dwarf and had all of their elf dialogue completely filtered out. I think would be pretty funny. You can also filter out quests. Let me actually... Okay, it stops recording when you go to another tab. You can also filter out quests. You'll notice that there's these 2 new icons, which are pending. They're not the final icons, they've said. And you can filter out this quest on this character, or this quest on all characters. So if we click the filter, the quest goes away, and it shows up in your filtered, and you can move it to be across accounts or whatever. So that's pretty cool. If you want to get rid of it, I think you just drag it away, and then it's no longer filtered. So pretty cool. And so, if I wanted to start hearing all the dialogue, I can drag it all back over here to recently played. And like you can see just by me dragging it how long it really does take to get all that set up. But anyway, if we click on this, it should have played audio there, but apparently it did not. Okay, well, it is beta, so maybe it takes a while, or it doesn't know exactly what it's doing. But still, it's a pretty cool system, it seems, that you can actually record things and filter them out. I'm surprised that it has not restored audio, but I'm sure if I logged out and logged back in, it would. Alright, I tried logging out and logging back in, and that did not work for that NPC. Even though I took the items off the filtered list, they were still there. Reminder, this is still beta. I did go to the other end of the city, though, and I'm now going to try talking to this guy. And it looks like he's still having audio issues as well, which is not good. Apparently, there's issues with it not taking away the filtered items, which is not good. Because normally he would be talking up a storm right now, and he's not.
We can only hope that the Rohirrim will arrive before it's too late.
Okay, so apparently that one piece of dialogue works, but the other ones did not get unfiltered, which is kind of weird. Okay, so hopefully they will get it fixed that when you unfilter things, they will actually become unfiltered, because it seems like it's not really working properly right now. But, this is just the first round of this big update on beta, so it's, not the end of the world that it doesn't work yet. A lot of things usually don't on beta. Hopefully it will get fixed before live, though. That's really all that matters. So I do want to show the final panel, which is the loot panel. Basically, on your pending loot, as you can see here, you have those same 2 symbols from the quest area, and you can just click this, and it'll add it to your filtered loot. You can do it all the way to account as well. One thing I noticed is when I killed a swarm of flies, which is where I got this stuff from, after I filtered 2 of the items, when I killed another one, there was no drop at all on it. There was no pending loot, which means that it's not replacing your loot table with other things that you would want instead of the item that you filtered out. No, it's just filtering out the item so that you never see it again. So if there's some item that drops all the time that you're always just getting rid of, that can't be sold off or can't, be something like that, then it would be a good idea to, add it to the filtered list. But if you're looking for items that you don't really want, but you still would like to have, some type of reward, this doesn't get rid of that. So it would still be worthwhile for me to, keep all these and sell it to the vendor, for example. I was kind of hoping that this filtered list would enable me to, add these items to filter and then just get the gold value for that. That would be really nice, but it seems that it is just filtering things before they pop in your inventory so that they don't pop up, but they're still like being looted and the loot table is still working the way it does, which is kind of unfortunate. It's not the most ideal way I think that this system could really work, but it is cool that they allow it. If there's something that drops all the time that you don't want to ever see, like for example legendary items for other classes or something like that, then you could add it to the filter panel to where you only see, allies for your class. Or maybe you don't want to see allies ever again and you put them all in filter. Whatever you want to do, the filter list allows you to do that. It's just a little disappointing that you don't get other loot in place of the loot you don't want. And finally, I do want to go back to the quest panel because I did forget to mention the reason some players might want to actually filter out quests are, for example, whenever you get a pop-up quest for a roving threat or a pop-up quest in a skirmish when you're not even wanting to have like the roving threat or the certain item that drops in the skirmish that creates a pop-up quest or stuff like that, it would be awesome to not have those pop-up quests from this. Or maybe you're tired of seeing the hobnanigans pop up for every single time that you level up and you see that, or log in or whatever. And so there's a whole lot of applications that could be possible where you'd want to filter out certain quests. So I think that these are all really good ideas. I just hope that they get it fixed to where the audio returns back to where if you don't want something to be filtered anymore, it will stop being filtered and come back, because even after logging out and logging back in, that didn't work for the audio, except for like that one audio file about the Rohirrim. So that's kind of hit or miss on the sounds panel. The quest icon, I feel like that there's nothing wrong here. The quest did come back and it seems good to go, and everything seems good for the loot as well. The only thing with the loot again is just that I wish that they would give you some other loot instead of the loot that you're filtering out. I feel like some loot's better than no loot, but at the same time I would love to be able to filter out legendary items. That's really the only reason I think I personally would use the loot filters. So excited to see this come to the game, and hopefully they'll get all the kinks and everything fixed before it goes out live. So that is the new filter panel coming with update 21.2. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the new filter panel, if you're going to use it, or if you think of some use that I didn't think about that you would like to use the filter panel for. Let me know about all that stuff in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, and I will see you again real soon for more of Mordor.